Hello, grade sixes. It's Mr. Conrad here. Hope everybody's doing all right. Hope you had a good break. Glad to be back at R.A. Baker here this week. I'd like to try something new, and if it goes well, I think this will be kind of how I move forward with band for you guys for the next little bit at least. I'm going to make some little videos. This one's going to be a warm-up video where we'll go through some exercises in the book. So what you're going to need for this warm-up is your instrument, obviously. You are going to need your red book, okay, so you can see the music, and you're going to need a place in your house or somewhere that you can play your instrument without being disturbed or disturbing your family. I'm going to use smart music here in the band room at R.A. Baker to play along with. That's mostly so you can hear the track and it helps keep us together. To start today, we're going to go way back to an exercise that I think should hopefully seem really easy at this point, folks. It's on page 8 of your book. It is called Rain, Rain. It's number 17. Okay, I've got the track queued up here with smart music. I'm going to use a trumpet mute today just so I'm not so loud. And you can hear more of the accompaniment rather than me, but I wanted to play along with you today as well. Okay, so again, at this point, you've got your instrument, you've got your book, you got a space set up. I think it's actually a good idea to have headphones or earbuds so that you can hear the video and the accompaniment track over top of your instrument. If you just have the audio coming through your speakers, sometimes your own instrument will kind of drown out that accompaniment. Headphones or earbuds will help with that. Okay, so without further ado, here is the first one in today's warm-up. It's number 17, Rain, Rain. Good job, you guys. Okay, we're going to carry on here. The next one I would like you to look at is number 22. Okay, this one is called Little Robin Redbreast, which is at the top of your page 9. Okay, again, this is very much just review at this point. We're getting warmed up together. Okay, here we go. All right, nice work. Make sure you're not playing into the rest in measure 4. And also when you get to the end, make sure you hold that last whole note for 4 full beats. Good job. Okay, next up is number 29, the warm-up, Serenity. Okay, 29, I believe, yes, is at the top of your page, number 10. Okay, so flip the page. Number 10. Here's where we learned the slur. Okay, one more time. It's at the top of your page there, but it says, a slur is an articulation that connects notes of different pitches. It indicates a very smooth sound with only the first note being tongued. Okay, for most of us, that means we just move our fingers. Okay, we don't use our tongue. If you're a trombone, however, okay, you do have to use your tongue slightly. I would call it a loo articulation. So rather than sort of whispering ta or t to yourself, use loo instead and have lightning quick slide movement, okay, for your slurs. If you're a percussionist, keyboard player, you can't slur, so you don't need to worry about it. But here we go. Everyone, this is number 29. Make note of the repeat, okay? We're doing it 2 times through. Here we go. Good job, you guys. Let's keep on keeping on. The next one up is number 34, the frog song. Okay, this one uses the new note that you learned on page 10. Okay, if you forget, the fingering is listed for you at the top of your page in the green box. It would be, what's your 6th note that we learned. Okay, this one also has repeat at the end. Okay, and 3 measures from the end. We all have it looks like a divide symbol. It's actually the 1 measure repeat sign. It's listed at the top of your page again in the yellow this time. It tells you to play or sing the previous measure again. Okay, again, we've done this one, but this is just us warming up our instruments. The Frogs Song. Here we go. Nice. Okay, a few more here for you today. The next one up, we're going to jump ahead a few pages. And we are going to do bingo and the bingo variations. So this is ahead on page 16. Okay, number 59. It's kind of at the bottom of your page 16. The first time through, we're going to play just the black notes in your book. Okay, this is the original theme or the original version that you know as bingo. There is a pickup note at the beginning, which means you have 1 note that happens before the first full measure. And just be careful of the ending. The composer here kind of writes a little trap where they put in a rest, and you're not used to hearing that rest if you've ever sung this song before. So just be careful. He's just testing you to make sure that you're actually reading what's on the page. Okay, so this is number 59. The black notes only, bingo. After this, we'll do the variation. Okay, first time through though is just the black notes. good job. That one did use another new note. Sorry, I forgot to mention that before, but it's written for you at the top of the page. It's new in the book at this point. We've learned this note already in class, but it's there for you if you need to see the fingering one more time. Again, you're looking for the green box at the top of your page, and that note is first used in the last measure of the first line. Okay? All right, so now we're gonna try the variations. Okay, so that means you're gonna play the black notes and the gray notes this time. Okay, here we go. Good job. Okay, I've got two more for us today. These are getting into some of the newish material that we had been working on before classes were cut short. So if you could jump in your book to number 80, that's at the top of page 23. Now, I chose this one because it utilizes, for most of us, I think, two other new notes. If that's you, and it might not be everybody, but in the trumpet book, at least, which I'm looking at, there's some new notes at the top of the page, okay? And we use those for this tune called Going Up or Going Down. Okay? So make sure you're ready for those fingerings. And here we go, number 80. Good job, good job, good job. Now, the last one I want to do with you, this is kind of new, but I thought I'd throw it in at the end. Number 83 on the same page. It's right in the middle. It is the concert B flat major scale. Now, depending on your instrument, it might be called the C major scale. It might be called the B flat major scale. It might be called the F major scale. It might be called the G major scale. It just depends on your instrument. But everybody should have it called, at least in brackets at the end, concert B flat major. This is a scale that we're going to use in band moving forward a fair amount. You already know part of it. You know the first 6 notes. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Here we're just adding the 7th and 8th note. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, and then back down. Okay? Depending on your instrument, I'm thinking clarinets probably. Partway through, it might drop down to a lower register. That's because at this point in your playing, they're not expecting you to know the higher notes in this scale. Okay, but for some of you, it just goes up and it comes back down. At the top of your page, it talks a little bit about, in the purple box, the major scale being a series of whole steps and half steps. You can check that out too. I'm not gonna worry too much about that at this point, but technically a major scale is a pattern of whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. And whatever note you start on, if you follow that pattern, technically you can get a major scale. Okay, I'm just gonna play through it. So we have the major scale first, which is the first 5 measures. Then you have what's called an arpeggio. That's where you outline the chord. Typically it's the 1st, 3rd, and 5th notes. And then at the very end, the last 3 bars, it says chords. And most of you probably have written divisi, and it looks like you have 2 notes that happen at the same time. That means half of your section would play the top note, half of your section would play the bottom note. You're not expected to play 2 notes at the same time, so don't let that psych you out. Just choose top or bottom and stick with it when you get to the last 3 notes, 3 measures. You cannot play 2 notes at the same time unless you happen to be a keyboard player. In which case, if you want an extra challenge and you have divisi at the end, you could go ahead and try playing both notes. Okay, the rest of us are just gonna do the scale up and down with the arpeggio and the chords. 83, here we go. All right, good job, you guys. Thanks for warming up with me today. If you would like to carry on doing some more playing, go ahead and check out some of the other videos that I am going to post. The first one I'm going to work on after this is Majestica. I know this is not the same as you being here in class with me, but it's kind of the closest we can get, I think, at this point. I definitely miss seeing your faces in the classroom. I hope that this COVID-19 thing doesn't last too much longer, but we just kind of have to wait and see. I miss you guys. Hope to see you again very soon. Bye for now.